Oh, hello. This is Creating Cards with Sherry. I'm Sherry, and I'm so glad that you've joined me today for my Tickle Tuesday video. Let's just go through some housekeeping things. First of all, our November paper pumpkin is coming out. November 10th is the last day that you can order it. Looks like a fun paper pumpkin kit. It's Christmas with fabric stockings, and who knows what all else. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be great. All right, so the next thing that we want to see is the online exclusives that have come out. Now you saw me do a card with the Otterly Adorable Suite collection, and it is so fun and so exciting. So you will want to take a look at that and consider that for yourself. If you're interested in something for Valentine's, the Marbled Elegance Suite collection is what you want to be looking for. And I know February seems far off, but it will come up just as quickly as Christmas does. So start thinking about it. We have two new kits that were added to our kits collections. This one is Nature's Paintings. It comes with a color book. It comes with, I think it's 8 watercolor pencils. The paper is, there's 12 pages, 2 of each color, or each design. And it also comes with a water painter, so you can just go with it and have fun. If you love coloring, I know I have a color app on my tablet, and I love going into that and just doing all this coloring. Well, now you have an opportunity to do it with a kit. So check that out as well. And then the other kit is Layered Landscapes Kit, and there's 4 different landscapes to choose from, or actually to use, and 4 frames. Everything can be put into a frame. This would be a great Christmas gift as a kit or as the layered framed designs. So think about that, because it would be a cool way to take care of things. All right, let's get going. Today I am doing a clear embossing project. I have started purchasing the WOW embossing powders, and this one is clear, and I never quite know what to do with the clear. The white I can figure out, the black I can figure out, but the clear, nah, I don't know. So anyway, I decided to try something today. And that is I embossed this design, and I put my Versamark on it, and then I covered that all with the clear embossing powder. And I don't know how well you can see it. Oh, there you might be able to see it. It made it really shiny and kind of sparkly, if you want to say. So it gives it a really cool look. And so you might want to consider using the clear embossing powders, well, any of the powders actually, to enhance your cards. I could have used the black on this. I just didn't think about it at the time. But there is, that's another way of doing it. All right, we're going to make one similar to that, just different colors. And so I'm going to get going. This here is our embossing tools, and you want to have the Versamark watermark stamp pad, because that's the ink that you put on your design, and so that your powder will stick and work as it should. All right, I'm also using Shy Shamrock ribbon. I used the Eyelet 3D embossing folder to make this strip, and I used Something Fancy stamp set. All right, so I'm going to back up a little bit, and we're going to get going. Okay, get my WOW. I want to make sure I have everything here. All right, we're going to start with this. And this has what they call a buddy. I've heard it called as a buddy. But what you do is you just go over your paper real quick like this, and that gets rid of all the electricity that might be in the paper so that your embossing powder isn't going to just go any old place. It's going to go where you want it to. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen with this paper. My guess is that the clear is going to make it darker and pop out more. But that's just a guess. I really don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Versamark on here. Make sure I get it on real good. And then I'm going to take my clear embossing powder and I'm just going to put it all over this. So you get a powdery look. All right, there's some spots that were missed. So I'm going to get those. Okay, that takes care of that. I'm going to close this up before I knock it over, which I've done before and had to clean up all the powder. Not a fun task. So I guess the lesson is when you do yours, make sure you close that cover when you're done with it. Okay, and then you'll get your heat tool and turn that on. Hopefully this isn't so loud that you can't hear me, but I'm just going to let it warm up a little bit. It doesn't take long, and then we'll be able to heat this up and watch the powder melt into a really beautiful image. Okay, let's see where we're at. Now, I don't know if you can see it yet, but it is starting to make the card darker like I thought, and just making the design pop out. Well, today is voting day. I hope you've all had the opportunity or will soon be voting. My husband and I went this afternoon, so that made it easy. The lines were a bit shorter. There was still a line, but it wasn't bad. We were out within 15, 20 minutes, if even that long. Okay. You want to make sure that you get it all covered wherever that powder is. And you'll know because you'll see it start to melt. Now I'm going to grab another end here because I've got this corner yet. The edges are probably the hardest to get. I'm not sure why, but it is. And it could be that that just missed some powder completely. Okay. I think that's all we're going to be able to do. So I'm going to shut that off. I'm using shaded spruce as my base. And then I'm going to use the crushed curry. And I'm going to use this. I just did a 5 1/4 by 4 to use as my, I don't know how you want to say it, just to hold it together because I'm going to put another strip in here. and I want to put a ribbon on it. So if I put it on a solid sheet, it'll all stay together and I won't have any problem with it. So let's see here. All right. Now you can see that embossing did make it darker. And this is what it looked like when we started. Now it's a little darker, but it does give that shine to it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. And I'm going to line this right up. Oh, I want to do it this way, so it will fit right in the corner. And I'm going to bring it in for just a little bit of a border. Okay, and then I'm going to get this one. And this DSP is the Full of Life DSP, Designer Series paper. So if you're interested in what I was using, that's it. Now I'm going to leave just a little bit of a border on the other end and go just over the top of this. And I'll tell you why I did that. Number one, I had that space that was open because it didn't get the powder on it. And I'll get to cover it up with my ribbon and no one will be the wiser. Okay, so you want to think about those things when you're putting this stuff together. All right, I always use the tear and tape for my ribbon. So I'm going to get this out. This seems to hold the ribbon down and better and in place. And I let it go over the edge a little bit so that I can trim the ends off. Okay, now you will want to put some more tear and tape on, but on the back side, but I cut it off there because what was there was not enough to help the situation. All right, you need something like this. Okay, so this side I'm going to put right here. And then I'm going to put a strip right back here. And this is so that my ribbon can overlap. Now this ribbon is really long. I cut it really long for a purpose. So I'm going to take this tape off and I'm going to stick this down on it just lightly. I'm not going to touch it real firmly yet. And I'm going to cut this off because that's going to go to the back. So I'm going to flip it over. Okay. Then I'm going to use this extra ribbon and I'm just going to pull this up off the tape for a minute. And I'm going to pull that ribbon through and then I'm going to run it all down. And I am going to tie this. And I'm just going to tie it. I'm not going to make a bow. I'm just going to tie it together so that it's secure in one spot. If I can get a hold of the crazy thing. All right, let's go from this end here. There we go. So it'll go just like that. And then I just trim off the edges from there. And we have that part of our card done. Now, you can do it vertical or you can do it horizontal, whatever way you'd like. I took some more shaded spruce and I stamped the words thank you on this. So I'm just going to add some dimensionals. Again, I wish I would have thought sooner to do the black embossing with that ink, because it would have looked really sharp popping up. But I didn't think soon enough, and so we're just going to have to go without. But put that down, and there you have your card. So you can, the other difference in these cards, whoops, I forgot to put this on. I am so sorry. I didn't attach the two. Oh, goodness. Let me get... All right. There we go. So we have one vertical and one horizontal. And those are the cards that we have for today. Again, I call that my clear embossing session. So when you go to my blog at creatingcardswithsherry.blogspot.com, you can look for the embossing, the clear embossing cards, and you will be able to get all the dimensions and everything that you need there. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day and a terrific week, and I will see you on Sunday for my Simple Sunday video. Bye now.